Welcome back to Smash Summit 13, presented by Coinbase. We're here for Mafia. We're waiting on one more person. We're waiting on Hungry Box. But we got everybody here, and as a reminder, this is an all-individual challenge. It is every person for themselves. So we do have a couple players here that don't know how to play Mafia, so we'll go through it really quickly. This is a very basic version of the game. There's 6 townspeople and 2 Mafia. One of those townspeople is a vigilante. So how this will work is every night, everyone will put their heads down. I'll call out the 2 Mafia. They'll raise their heads. They'll agree to kill someone, and that person will die. Then I'll tell the Mafia to put their heads down. Then I'll tell the vigilante to wake up, and if they want to use their one shot, they can shoot at any person and just kill them immediately. If they use it, I'll make a note of that, and then when everybody wakes up, I'll say that they're dead. If not, you don't have to use it if you're the vigilante, and then you'll go to bed. And then I'll wake up, I'll tell everybody who died, and then you'll have time to discuss amongst yourself to try and figure out who the Mafia are. So I have 8 cards in my hand. It's random. There's 2 red cards. Those 2 are going to be the Mafia. The Jack of Clubs is going to be the vigilante. Any questions?
2 deceased per night?
1 deceased per night. Just 1. Yeah, I guess it's a little like Among Us. But the difference is that instead of like calling a town meeting or finding a dead body, you always have the opportunity to discuss and potentially vote someone out. So it's majority vote too. So let's say the 2 Mafia kill a person, the vigilante doesn't use their shot, so there'll be 7 people alive at the first night. In order to vote someone off, you'll have to get 4 votes out of 7. The question for production, in an event of a tie, is it vote off or stay? Stay. Okay, so if in the second night, if there's 6 people and it's 3 and 3, nobody gets voted off.
Is it just Vigi? There's no...
It's just Vigi, no cop, no medic.
That's
And so how this is going to work in terms of the Survivor and the Smashers Council is that the winning team, the entire team gets immunity. So if Town wins, 6 of you will be immune. And if Mafia wins, only 2 of you will be immune. So big pressure, because if Town wins, it's a straight up 1v1. But everybody will have a vote, again, at the end, regardless. It's just a matter of who is immune. And so that being said, if it comes down to 4 people and there are 2 Mafia left, the game is over. Because you can't physically have the votes necessary to vote out a Mafia member. All right, so we're still just waiting on Hungry Box. But in the meantime, I guess we'll just kind of talk about everybody's experience so far. So as the leader of the Barking Spiders, Josh, man, do you feel confident that you'll be able to keep your alliance strong here as we go into the individual portion?
I don't feel comfortable with that leader call because the spiders are a family. You know, there's no need for. We're all just legs. You know, on this great beast known as the spider.
So there's no head. There's no head of the spider.
I guess we kind of just like kick him to death. I didn't think about it too much, but yeah, I guess it's what we do. The kicking spiders. It doesn't really ring as much.
It's not great as
they bark, they just do it.
Alright, spiders disassemble.
They're Renaissance spiders.
Yeah.
So Salt, this is going to be your first time playing Mafia, right? Are you excited?
Oh yeah, I'm super excited.
Can I just say it's really funny you said it's like Among Us? You just look behind you.
There's the little guy.
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't see it.
I didn't see it. I feel like this is like a passive Among Us.
It's a what?
Just passive Among Us.
Passive. Run around and stab people.
He's on his way. Oh boy.
The gang will remember this.
Yikes. Okay. Well, let's talk about the rest of the day in terms of what we have planned for Smashers Council and whatnot. So we have Mafia first, and then you'll have pools, at least 2/3 of your pools. Then we'll have, I believe, Melee Trivia. We'll have a home run contest. We'll have Can a Smasher Perform Surgery? And those are all going to be today. And then tomorrow we have our Mystery Challenge. And then that will lead us into our final council, where again, 3 of you will make it, and the other 13 eliminated members will vote to see who wins. So keep that in mind. I feel like a lot of people that were eliminated yesterday didn't really keep that at the top of their heads. Is that you, if eliminated, will have ultimate say over who wins this game. A reminder, $3,000 cash prize for the winner. So there's something at stake here. Yeah. I
So-
can't. He's just not here.
So before we get to surgery, we get him out, right?
I was just thinking that.
No,
I mean, I'm just saying.
not even a surgeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. He's all good then. He's not there yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
No threat at all.
I had a dream last night about you stunting on us in Bop It. It was a nightmare.
Was I just there your whole dream?
No, I was just sleeping, and then I woke up, and like I thought it was like my roommate Bundan, but it was just you standing up playing Bop It. And I was like, it's rude to interrupt him and say I'm trying to sleep. So I just like tried to sleep.
You should try to get the world record. I think it's like 1,000 something. You can totally.
Oh,
I
1,000
hate
is
this
totally
guy.
doable.
Yeah,
I can
just stream it. Like that'd be.
You do
stream
that?
it.
Oh, yeah.
I need to borrow
That's
your
rude.
boss.
This guy doesn't understand how the game works.
I think he does.
Excuse me, that is my form of
Expression.
Bond,
Did you hear him?
are you gonna try and stay with your former teammates, or are you gonna go this one alone?
I believe a wise man never says those things publicly.
All right, so we're gonna hand out cards. Great. Yep. All right. Reminder: the 2 red cards. That means you're Mafia. You get the blackjack. That means you're the vigilante.
Also, Hungry Box is still on his way.
Yep. I'm just gonna throw a card down for where H-Max is gonna go.
Alright, nice.
Can anybody see it?
What is Mafia again?
The red cards are Mafia. The blackjack is the vigilante. Anything other than that, you are town. Okay. So we're gonna do a really quick just test to make sure everybody knows what they're doing. So everybody close your eyes and put your heads down. That means no phones. I'm gonna trust you. I don't know what to do with this here.
My eyes are closed.
Just close your eyes. Josh, man,
I actually believe him.
And put your head down.
just put your head down. It's gonna make it easier. Just put your head down, close your eyes.
Yeah, just do one of these.
Yep. That'll work perfectly.
There we go.
Okay. Mafia, wake up. Mafia, go to bed. Vigilante, wake up. Vigilante, go to bed. All right, everybody can open their eyes.
What if Hungry Box walked in right to that moment?
We'd have to redo it. We'd have to redo it. That would have been really funny. But okay, so everybody should be comfortable knowing what they've got, which is good. And so yeah, we're just waiting on Hungry Box. Did he not come with you guys?
He didn't come
You
along.
probably,
Well, he's my roommate and he was taking a shower when I left, so that's all I knew.
doesn't take long showers.
Salt, how'd you get
Apparently.
here? How did you get here?
I took the second show.
Second one. Believe he missed that one too. Okay.
I have a question for you, Frederick.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to take all of this, the whole thing?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm allowed to disclose. I think that's a breach of my ethical duties as a host. I think you guys all have a great shot.
Also, wouldn't
that's
that
so
put
lame.
wouldn't that put a target on somebody?
Very, very professional. I like it.
Could I ask a question then?
Yeah.
Is there anyone you're surprised is not sitting around us right now, besides H-Box, who's...
That's a good question. I was personally pretty shocked to see Zane be the first one eliminated. Yeah. But that's how spiders work, right? They strike when you least
He
expect
was the
it.
head. He was
Yeah.
the head.
And then I was also pretty
Spider
shocked to
can't
see
function
Mango.
without it.
And it was really funny going in the car ride home from the studio yesterday with IBDW and Mango. They were pissed. They were both really angry. They were
Mango
like,
too?
yeah, because Mango's like, I woke up from a 22-minute nap. I carry their asses in teams, and then they send me home.
That's how they treat me.
Yeah, he was mad. And then IBDW was, I mean, I guess you guys weren't around because it was in your team. When he got eliminated, he like kneeled down in front of H-Box and was like, I'm gonna fuck you up this weekend. Like, he was not happy.
I love gaming, dude.
A very competitive
So
person.
good.
Very competitive person. Yeah, a lot of big
Dude.
gaming energy.
The worst part of this thing has been having to vote off Blue. That was so... He gave up immunity like that round. They were like... Oh.
Yeah.
We just looked at the fellow spiders and like, it's just brutal.
That's how you win.
I
How
know.
win, out, play out, shine.
But it
That's what
hurts.
we're doing here.
Because Lord gave it up first. Was
Yeah.
the major thing. Fucking laugh.
I like I put him in a normal spot because I told him like
He was
you
doing
know
it from the
you can
start.
either take the immunity but like lose like stage time like
Yeah.
face time but like you know continue on.
Yeah, I think what was super funny was Leffen was just like after like we were very clearly like you are next. He was like, hey guys, like sorry. He's just like that's the spider. And he was like no. And then like after we vote him off, he's just like, yes, I was never a spider
Yeah.
anyway. We're like, yes.
He wanted to be a spider.
yeah.
So I don't know if you guys knew this. One of the most famous survivor alliances in history is called the Black Widow Gang. It was 4 women that
That is
like stuck together. Yeah, and just like coincidentally happened to match up exactly with what you guys are interested in. There he is, our 8th and final competitor. Hungry Back. So that's where you're sitting.
That's your
So
card.
I will. Don't show anyone. That's obviously your role card. So I don't have to explain how to play Mafia, but how the structure of the game is that there's 6 town, 2 Mafia, one vigilante within that 6 town. So it's pretty straightforward. The team that wins, the entire team gets immunity. So either all 6 town or the 2 Mafia. And so there were a section of cards. If it was a red card, it was Mafia, and if it was the Jack of Clubs, you're the vigilante. So you can take a look at your
I
cards.
still have your stuff. My bad time, yeah.
So anything else other than that, he's town. All right, any last minute questions before we get right into it? All right, everybody heads down. Let's go to sleep. Mafia, wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, Mafia, go to sleep. Vigilante, wake up. Would you like to use your shot? Vigilante, go to sleep. Everybody, wake up. So we're here in the jungle, hypothetically, right? Smashers, Smasher Council, new place, new faces. Unfortunately, the head of the spider, Sora, you're done.
What a run.
What a run.
That was great playing.
All right, so for
You have
production,
no fangs no more.
Andy,
No more
Andy,
fun.
how many Mafia are there?
there are 2 Mafia.
Isn't this like really skewed if someone dies night 1? Or night 0, quote unquote?
Well, it's tough no matter what I think, so.
It's actually tough.
All right, so also production, let me know, as soon as people get eliminated, it's better for the camera angles if you guys shift over to this side or like move in closer to me. So basically the next person that's out should take that spot because we want to start working in towards the center. Just
Okay.
You guys can talk amongst yourself, try and figure out who's Mafia.
Head of the spider died, so that's the green team alliance, I believe.
Yeah.
You 3 and him.
Yeah. Why is that relevant?
Because if you want the alliance to work out for the long shot, it wouldn't make much sense for a green team member to kill their head, right? Because
I don't know if that's
Like,
really
that's
relevant in
the
the
other way
game.
around.
I don't.
It could also just be a mind game.
it's a very risky mind game. At this point, it's very obvious that alliances have been formed between the factions. I mean, that's just common sense. So even though there's no more green team and orange team per se, there is alliances, and they want those 3 or 4 players to go on to the very end to get themselves a better shot of winning the 3K. It happens in every single Survivor show. So my question, once again, is for that person to die, what makes the most sense here?
What makes the most sense for
Sora to be
for
killed.
who's Mafia? Who's what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, maybe you, I guess.
It-
Or,
That's why I'm confused.
yeah.
Like,
What? Start getting close to stuff.
there's also the possibility, I mean, there's the mind games thing, it also could be like one half of this room. There's also the possibility that it could be 2 different spiders who are the Mafia, and that if the Mafia loses, no matter what, they kill a spider. And
Say that again?
if Mafia loses, and it is 2 spiders, they are voting off a spider no matter what.
Oh.
So I don't know if like the logic makes complete sense of that.
Because there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
Because the other thing that would seem is that it could be them, and they're trying to pin it on us because we're the
That's a classic one.
other team, is what I suspect.
You guys are putting a lot of focus on spiders right now. That's all I'm saying.
It's the allegiance that's available.
I mean, I'm sure there's an allegiance on your team as well, obviously. So I don't know why you're only putting it on us.
Oh, I'm using logic right now. Like, it's
Really good logic, man.
There's not much
It's
to work
technically it's 4 versus 4 from teams, so I mean,
Oh, you're implying all 4 of us are in line.
There's not much
Yeah.
to work on right now.
You
so
are the
we're
orange
on
team,
what
after all.
we have.
There's a difference between team and alliances. I think the scary thing, there's 2 scary things, which are 1, the first person dying, you can just put because there's 2 essential teams, quote unquote. You can just logic your way into thinking that, okay, this person died because the spiders want a mind game, or this person died because the not spiders want to kill off a spider. It's like you can just argue either way. I don't think it gives
Yeah,
any sort
there's-
of progress. Alright,
there's
Alright,
not much
alright,
going on
alright.
with this right now.
I understand. Can I say the second thing though? Yeah, go ahead.
The second thing is we just got to understand we are working with very, very limited numbers here. There are 7 people. There are two Mafia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There are 2 Mafia. I think if my math is right, if we kill one wrong person, we lose the game.
2 wrong people. It depends on how many knights. If we kill one wrong person, we have 2 knights to die because it's one person each dead, right? So the game's over when there's 2 Mafia and 2 town.
Okay.
There's 7 of us.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I will focus directly on simply town and Mafia versus the alliances and factions because that's the point of most advantage. I want to believe that you're town. I want to believe you're all town, actually. But it's very difficult, especially given what we've been through.
What have we been through?
You doubled the Bop It score. I felt intimidated and embarrassed. I was here
Well, I
talking
didn't
all my
actually double it. I think I like.
You got
A little
140.
further than
You
double.
laughed.
Yeah, actually. It was a little more than double.
I looked at myself in the mirror this morning and I said I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. But on a more realistic note, I played Mafia both nights both rounds so far yesterday. The only people who was here playing Mafia was you, and you were a great Mafia. You were and you beat me as town, and you were there as well.
I played one game and then died immediately.
Exactly. So apart from Jmook, I don't really have much info on the rest of you guys. But so I'm just trying to get reads. It is the first day, but if we don't kill, okay, it's 2-7. It's the math is weird right now.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, what would Sora be saying right now? Why would the Mafia...
Oh, he was playing too. Yeah.
Yeah, why would he be voted off? So I don't know what he said yesterday, like how he plays Mafia. I would imagine that he's a very good Mafia player and that someone from yesterday is intimidated by him, would be afraid that, you know, he'd figure out all the details and the patterns from previous games, and so would just take him out right now so that he doesn't, like, you know, catch on people's hats from...
Okay, I have a question for HBox and Jmook, and I'd like to hear both of your opinions on this.
Go for it.
So yesterday, I've played with Sora in the past. Yesterday, I did not play with Sora in my game. You 2 played with him.
Yes.
So could I get your opinions on why you think Sora was knocked out if we're assuming it's not related to alliances?
Start with you. Wanna go first?
I don't think I played with Sora yesterday.
So Sora was in one game. He was in the other. I was in both.
Okay, never mind then.
Sora, there was a whole part of the game last time where someone blamed him for deflecting with comedy. So every time they would accuse him, he would make a joke, everyone would laugh and sort of forget about it. But then he said that's not really the point. I always answer the questions, I'm not deflecting. So I don't think it has anything to do with any of the people here from the last game. And I think him dying was just a complete one-off. Or someone felt that they had to remove him. I don't think it has anything to do with the other games. Yeah.
I think whoever killed him wanted to create less variance, because I feel like he's like a prime target for someone who will like deflect and also like, you know, create bits, and then which would lead to like some either false claims or you know, put a pin on someone. So I think that whoever did do it just wanted to get him out of the way, you know, make the head disappear, you know,
Right.
You know.
All right, any other last thoughts? Anyone like to nominate anybody?
It's too early to do that.
Too early, yeah.
All right, everybody go to sleep. Night 2. Mafia, wake up. Who would you like to kill? Mafia, go to sleep. Vigilante, wake up. Would you like to use your shot? Vigilante, go to sleep. Town, everybody wake up. Mild-mannered, soft-spoken, dead. None. Bond.
Thank you.
You're done.
2 on 6.
Get your coffee.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Now, if we choose the wrong person and we go to sleep, game's over. So, Vig.
I think HBox is definitely like trying to
what?
push a narrative right now. I don't know. He's trying to like push
No.
a lot of focus over here. I don't know. I'm a little sketched out. I mean, you are just like taking the whole show. Is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just sketched out by that a little bit. I'm keeping my eyes on you.
Please do.
I kind of lost my train of thought for a second. Sorry. I think that none was Bond. Sorry. potentially was killed because of the whole spider comment at the beginning, in that I think that it might be someone who is on like this side who could be trying to pin it on a like just trying to make it so it looks like that it's a partial non-alliance sort of kill when it's not one. That's my opinion as to why Vaughn was killed. I also think it's just a safer call also to kill a quieter player, and I'm also gonna you raise your hand, I'm gonna give it to you. But I was also going to question Salt as to what he thought about the state of the game. I know you're a newer player, but was just curious as to what the vibes you got from people are. But you raised your hand, so I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I think like the bond kill would give off the implication that it was
Water.
it was like a spider and a non-spider like Storm of Alliance. So there's one-on-one, kind of like some misdirection there. But yeah.
Well, I haven't said much. I'm just taking in information. I'm looking at everybody. I have. Are we able to say who we think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
I think Lot is safe. He's
Why?
in the same. He's just in the same boat as me. He's analytical. He's quiet.
Both?
He's listening.
No.
But you, I have my doubts about you.
Okay.
And
Why?
These two and you.
Why do you doubt us?
Y'all talk too much.
Always. It's always the guys who
Yeah.
talk too much who get accused, and it's always the quietest guys who are Mafia every fucking time. Every single time. Past two games, tell me I'm wrong. The quietest guys were Mafia every time. So I think you are actually most
I was
Mafia.
about to say Blood too. Actually.
And you, actually. I think you two are actually most Mafia.
Well, I was just about to say,
Oh,
Yeah.
And plus, I hear sounds. I hear
What?
sounds.
You
Sound.
hear sounds? What does that mean?
yeah, I agree
There's
with
like a humming thing behind us, unless you're saying other things.
I agree with the none being voted or none being killed off to even out the suspicions of spiders versus non-spiders. I think that makes sense. So at this point, I don't think you can really say like our side versus their side, because at this point we know it's a whole, alliance question mark, and the fact that it's evened out means that we can't really go off of those sides again.
Yeah.
I do think it is unfair to. I think it's unfair of Pluck to accuse HBox so early, just because usually the ones who speak the most early on are the ones who get accused just because their voice is heard the most, but usually it's incorrect. Usually it's the one who accuses the one who speaks the most ends up being off.
I did just say, I wanted to say that he immediately accused, or started like creating discourse immediately in a weird way, because I don't see how any correlation would be gleaned from Sora being gone so early. I don't even know what we can get from that. That's why I was weirded out by it. But I kind of agree that my suspicions are a little bit less on HBox now. They're more on you, and it's just you right now for me. I don't know anybody. Obviously there's another one, but I don't know. It's just Lot right now.
I will just say, when I've played Among Us, okay, it's always the imposter who talks the most and accuses the most.
Cap. Full cap.
I mean, it's more often than not that they do.
I don't know what lobbies you're playing in. And then maybe Among Us is one thing because you're behind a screen, but in person, when I can see you eye to eye, face to face, it's completely obvious and aware. And I'm telling you, last time, J-Mook, when he was Mafia, I'm not saying you were now, but the first game he was Mafia, he didn't talk for the first, maybe 9 minutes, and then when prompted and asked a question, then he spoke. He was Mafia.
Was it your first time?
Like I played like a couple times before, but
Were you scared?
yeah.
Were you
Yes,
scared?
social anxiety. I don't know. Right? Anyone else?
Going off of what Laud was saying, Ampleb, the first comment with Sora. The reason I said that is because we had just sat down. There was quite literally nothing else to go off of. So
Yep.
by starting any kind of conversation, it lets you poke and prod and see who would say things.
All right.
But as of right now, I will say this. I am not Vig. I'm Town. But if there is Vig and still around, I'll remind you. When we go to sleep tonight, you have to use your shot. Because if the Mafia kills one more person and we get wrong, it's 2-on-2. And if the Vig kills, hold on. Let me finish. You understand how, like, if we want to go to sleep tonight, if the Vig uses their shot and they're wrong, it's GG.
Oh yeah, that's what
I'm saying.
Yeah.
But right now, your odds of getting a correct person are 2 and 5. So that's the best odds you're gonna have, because like we might literally not see the next day. So Vig, you get what I'm saying, right?
I don't know if that's.
No,
I'm
that
trying to
logic
think,
is
'cause wait,
weird because if
you go, I'll try.
it's just if someone votes, if let's say they kill somebody off tonight and we don't vote anybody off, or Vigilante kills anybody, then there's 2 and 5 or 2 and 3. And if one of those 3 is Vig, then it's an even better odds of killing somebody.
That's on the odds that we get to the next night. What I'm saying
well,
is,
we can get to the next night guaranteed because it's 2 and 3.
as long as we don't vote.
As long as we don't vote or kill.
Do you guys not want to vote again?
I feel like that's optimal, is it not?
Okay, I'm just trying to understand the Vigi math right now because I think it's off, but I'm just trying to understand this. So, Mafia kills one person tonight. There's the odds that Vigi shoots the same person that Mafia kills, and it's just a 1 kill and nothing happens.
It could happen.
There is the odds that Vigi shoots someone who is different, and not, a town's member. Mafia kills someone else, the game ends immediately. And there are the odds that the Vigi shoots a Mafia, and we have a chance to win.
So we're saying we shouldn't kill tonight, Vigi should shoot tonight, and then hope for a...
No, I'm not saying the Vigi. I'm just trying to figure out if the Vigi should shoot tonight because I get where you're coming from. But I just want to see if the math actually sounds.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the risk of the game immediately ending is terrifying.
Because we guaranteed continue if we don't do anything tonight.
Okay. I'm getting a town buy from you now. Because you and I have been actually talking and leading in, and we're not afraid to say we're talking about you two, Dark Genix. The best way to win this is to get 3 town confirmed. If we get 3 town confirmed, we win every single time, as long as they don't die, right? So can I trust you to be town?
I'm down, yeah.
Okay, we're roommates. We're
Yeah,
Bob and
yeah.
Kings. I want to believe you.
You were showering when I left. We were like,
It was warm and steamy.
I was there.
It was there.
I warmed it up for
He
you.
was there. Thank you. That was great. All right, I want to trust you. I'll cry if you're Mafia. I only know that. Dark Genix, obviously we've been on the orange team together. I want to believe you are also town. I know you're pretty experienced in Mafia, so I'm just trying to gather that there. But given the math, because I want town to win, maybe we should have vote tonight.
We should not.
I'm thinking we should not.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree?
Yeah, and if Vigilante does not shoot, we're good.
Okay.
We survive at least.
If Vigi's alive.
If Vigi's alive, yeah.
If I die tonight, I think it's pretty indicative of who was sus on me.
I don't think Mafia will kill you tonight. Unless.
Famous last words.
I don't know. All right. Well, among us, who you think are town?
Can you say that again?
Who do you think is Mafia?
Between you guys, I think Laud
I think so too.
and J-Mook are the Mafia.
Really?
Yeah. Salt speaking out of, like, for his own accord gives me a town vibe from him. And there's 4 people who've been talking to, not really. And it worked for him last time, which I'm sure you understand why I think you're Mafia.
Yeah, of course. It's not right, but.
But it might.
So
anyone else?
we agree. Just one of us is gonna die, and then.
Okay. How much time do we have left for today? Sorry, I'm gonna get you.
Well, I was gonna ask. Use the whatever. Go.
I'll
Let's
give it to you.
go a minute and a half.
Okay. I think right now we're just really quick going to run down what happens if X person dies, and then that way, if I'm gone, you guys can win this town, or if you're gone, we can win this town. If in the event that I die, I'm pretty sure that the Mafia is J-Mook or someone who's trying to pin it on J-Mook, right? If you die, that means they're trying to pin it probably on Laud.
Maybe. I mean, that would be really obvious, but maybe. I still think it's Laud, but yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, and if neither of us die, and it's a random, most random kill would be one of you two, I think. If
Yeah.
that's the case, then I'm trying to be very sneaky and hidden.
So, I think Salt ends up staying alive because you are a newer player to this. Is this your first time playing Mafia then? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that I think it's a slight possibility, and I don't think it's like 100%. There is the chance that you two are the Mafia and are controlling the entire game.
I wish.
I'm just
wish it
saying
was
that
that
there is a chance, because if that is the case, you have already won the game.
You think I would speak this much from the get-go?
You all well,
Now
the thing
I'm
is that's how you
suspicious of
play.
him.
Not as Mafia. Not as Mafia. Maybe early on, like some at 3 and 4 did that. But early on to say, he's the king of the
And
fucking
I'm not.
spiders.
I'm not accusing either. I'm just
Okay.
saying there is the possibility of that.
I respect that like assumption, but just you watch the VODs. I will never do that. Watch the VODs.
All right, 30 seconds.
I'm studying Mafia.
All right, I say again.
I want to know what J-Mook's thoughts are because he's the
Okay.
person who's been brought up a decent amount towards the
Yeah.
end.
So there's a chance that I could also die tonight. I will say that I am not Mafia and that I play a kind of a pivotal role, if you will. So if I die tonight, you know, kind of maybe I struggle with like defending myself. If I die, that's fine. But I want to make sure that that I stay and that I'm not surely just just lurking in the shadows and not being super sus. I don't think these two are working together. There's, like you said, there is a chance, but it's like probably like 10-15%. It would be super meta if they were.
We were accusing each other to start actually.
All right, last comment.
So,
Deadass.
I think, I don't know how this usually plays out, but I think this would be a good time for someone else to also claim that pivotal role if that does exist. Because that.
Claim Vig.
I've
If we
heard
claim
that
Vig, we
before.
have. But the thing is, if we claim Vig, the Mafia kills him immediately because he's the only out down.
So, like, is it worth it doing it right now, math-wise? Because
I think I said I'm not Vig.
Right.
That is the one information that I can provide to the town.
Okay.
That's all I can do. But to claim Vig right now, Mafia's just gonna go for their ass immediately. And then
Well,
it's like,
isn't that what he just did?
okay,
Right?
what?
So isn't that what J-Mook just did?
Did he claim Vig?
No, I thought you claimed town.
No, he said he has like a pivotal role.
He said think of it
He's
in
saying,
the
he's
game,
saying that,
not like an
saying that
actual.
the focus is on me right now. So
Oh,
if I,
not a
okay,
power.
So that if I
okay.
die,
I heard.
Okay,
I
all
heard
right.
that else.
if I die
But-
and I'm town,
hold
then
on,
it's
hold
gonna be a
Never mind.
complete.
Before we say too much, Pleb just revealed he wasn't Vig. Right now, careful, no one say anything else right there, because I'm gonna assume you're telling the truth and so am I, which means we're both town, and the Vig is either among these four, or it was none, or Sora. That could be the case too.
Oh, that's true.
I would say Vig do not claim just yet. We need one confirmed town at least. I say we go to sleep, because if we kill right now, it could be GG. That's all we have. And then 3-on-2, that's the best odds we have.
Yeah. No kills, no nothing.
No kills, yeah, we can't kill. Do you
All
agree?
right.
Yeah.
So no nominations.
No.
Ugh.
All right, everybody, go to sleep. Night 3. Mafia, wake up. Who'd you like to kill? All right, Mafia, go to sleep. Vigilante, wake up. Shoot your shot. Vigilante, go to sleep. Town, wake up. Plop, Salt, you've both been killed.
Oh,
Mafia wins.
You see what I said? You see what I said?
What?
Was your Mafia?
Who shot?
Fucking hell. Fuck.
Get out.
Who shot?
Good job.
Who shot?
I was definitely sus of them too.
Who shot?
Who shot?
Wow.
What?
Vigilante?
An incredible
Who shot?
overnight experience right there.
Were you
As J-Mook kills
No!
Salt.
Why'd you shoot?
Why'd he shoot?
What?
And that will do it as now Dark Genix and Lod are safe. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go right into Smashers Council again. Dark Genix and Lod are immune, but everybody has a vote.
I knew you were Mafia.
played it so well.
Me too.
I knew.
We had both of them. Oh my god.
Wow, don't go anywhere. We will be right back with Smashers Council in just a
The
second.
moment you killed None, you sat down and said, "Here's when None died."
Wow.
And I didn't want to say it yet.